When Manchester United search for managers, the conversation is always the same. Big names, big reputations, big personalities. But what if the right candidate isn't the loudest voice? What if he's already been learning in the background for years? Calm, intelligent, methodical? Well, this is the story of Michael Carrick, his rise through football, his evolution as a coach, and why he might quietly be the best candidate for the Manchester United job. To understand Carrick the coach, you have to understand Carrick the player, because his managerial philosophy didn't appear overnight. It was built on the pitch. Starting at West Ham, Carrick developed into a composed, deep-lying midfielder. He wasn't flashy, but he read the game better than most. That intelligence earned him a move to Tottenham, where he refined his ability to dictate the tempo. But it was his transfer to Manchester United in 2006 that shaped him completely. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, Carrick became the metronome of a dominant team. With 5 Premier League titles, a Champions League, and multiple domestic trophies, while others grabbed headlines, Carrick controlled matches quietly. He understood positioning, he managed tempo, he protected the defence. And these are exactly the traits that often define elite coaches. But perhaps more important than what he did on the pitch is what he learned from it. Carrick's career exposed him to a wide range of football philosophies. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, he learned adaptability and man management. Under Louis van Gaal, he experienced positional discipline and structured build-up. Under Jose Mourinho, he saw a defensive organisation and game control. He also worked alongside top-level coaches like Carlos Queiroz and René Mullerstein. Each manager added something different, and slowly, Carrick absorbed it all. So when his playing career ended, he wasn't starting from scratch, he was already preparing the transition into coaching. When Carrick retired in 2018, he moved directly into Manchester United's coaching staff. This wasn't a rushed appointment. He spent years observing training sessions, tactical meetings, and player management and game preparation. He learned from the inside. When others jumped straight into management, Carrick took a quieter route, developing gradually. And then came his first real opportunity, the interim move. When Carrick briefly took charge of Manchester United, expectations were low, but what followed was revealing. He changed shape, he made bold decisions, he controlled games calmly. The team looked organised, disciplined, clear in their approach. And then he stepped away, and that decision mattered. Instead of chasing the spotlight, Carrick chose development. That maturity would define his next move. Middlesbrough. Carrick's appointment at Middlesbrough was his first true managerial challenge. He inherited a struggling side, but almost immediately something changed. The team looked structured. They built from the back. Midfield control became central. Players improved. Borough climbed the table rapidly. That wasn't luck, it was tactical clarity. Carrick's team played controlled, intelligent football. No extreme possession, no chaotic pressing. Instead, measured build-up, compact shape and quick vertical transitions. And this style started to reveal his identity as a coach. A style that fits Manchester United. Carrick's philosophy blends modern structure with traditional attacking intent. He values control in midfield. He emphasises positional discipline. But he also encourages forward momentum. It's balance. And that balance is something Manchester United have lacked for years. Not overly rigid, not overly reactive, just intelligent, controlled attacking football. Which brings us to another key strength, his leadership. Carrick isn't theatrical. He doesn't create headlines. He doesn't publicly criticise players. Instead, he communicates calmly. Players respect him. They trust his clarity. They respond to his structure. At a club like Manchester United, where pressure is consistent, this composure matters. And perhaps most importantly, he understands the club. Understanding Manchester United. Carrick lived the winning structure. He knows the expectations. He understands the pressure. He experienced success firsthand. This isn't theory, it's experience. He knows what Manchester United should look like, and that connection makes his candidacy unique. Why this is different. Carrick's journey hasn't been rushed. West Ham development, Tottenham progression, Manchester United elite success, coaching apprenticeship, learning, interim spell, exposure, and Middlesbrough proof. Every step logical, every step earned, no shortcuts, and that steady progress is why his profile continues to grow. Manchester United don't just need a manager, they need structure, stability, identity, and long-term vision. Carrick represents all four. He bridges past and present. He understands modern tactics. He knows the club standards. And maybe that's why his name keeps resurfacing. Could he be the one? Well, Michael Carrick won't dominate headlines. He won't shout for attention, but sometimes the best leaders don't need to. From controlling midfielders to studying elite managers to building structured teams, his rise has been calm, intelligent and earned. And maybe, just maybe, the next Manchester United manager isn't the biggest name. It's the one who's been preparing all along. Michael Carrick. The quiet rise, the logical choice, the possible future.